Thunder. Thunderstruck.
All right, welcome. We're back again. Get the Tables Podcast, episode number 21. I'm your host, Tony. As always, with my two co-hosts, the Bizarre One, Dave, and Justin. How you guys doing tonight?
Wow. Doing great.
Awesome. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Remember, the more hearts we get, the more people join us. Gets us trending on Periscope. The more people come in here, the more people y'all can chat with and talk with. So we're going to touch on Raw tonight, Smackdown, the usual stuff. Touch on TNA a little bit because they just had their recent pay-per-view this past Sunday.
A lot of news about TNA, too.
Yeah, a lot of stuff to touch on TNA tonight, and then we can also touch on the speculations and rumors of Goldberg apparently signing some type of a deal with WWE. Not sure what it means or what it's going to mean, so we can touch on that. And then previewing NoMercy, which is this Sunday. So kind of a slow week in wrestling this week. I know a lot of people are just kind of gearing up for NoMercy this Sunday. So let's just touch a little bit on Raw, where we saw Sasha Banks. We'll do the usual things that we like to do. Touch on the three things that we did not like about Raw and the three things that we did like about Raw. Justin, we want to Dave's last video. We'll go with you first, Justin. What are the three things you did not like about Raw?
Three things I did not like. Man, actually, I kind of liked Raw this week. There wasn't really something that I had a gripe about that I can think of at the moment, but I mean, yeah, and nothing that I can really think of. I mean, I kind of liked most of it.
Okay, Dave. Three things you did not like about Raw.
Three things right now or just one right now?
No, all three things.
Okay, I didn't like Reigns starting off Raw, but I did like Lana coming out, so I'll throw that in there too. But, hey.
I think we all know why. All right, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I mean, Raw wasn't bad. I mean, there was some bad parts of Raw. I mean, Ashton Kutcher, I mean, oh my God. He made Otunga sound like JR. I mean, wow. He was pretty bad. And they're killing the champion.
Okay, let's touch on that. Because a lot of people, I think, have mixed feelings on this with the whole Ashton Kutcher coming in on Raw, kind of I don't know if you want to say burying Kevin Owens, but I guess you could say burying Kevin Owens, making fun of him, stuff like that. But to my knowledge, I could be wrong. It seems like when there is a celebrity that does show up on Raw or on SmackDown, usually they do go over on that certain wrestler, even if it is a champion. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I can understand the whole gripe about it, and I think we can all agree with this. All three of us can agree that they are totally using Kevin Owens wrong. And totally using AJ Styles correctly. So I get the gripe. Go ahead, Dave.
It just makes no sense, though, because Vince is still running WWE. He's running Raw and SmackDown, basically. You know, he's still the main guy in charge, and he's like saying, yes, let's book It's like he believes in AJ Styles more than he believes in Kevin Owens. Because he's booking AJ Styles the correct way. I mean, he's booking him perfectly. He's making him look super strong as a heel right now. And then you're building Owens as this heel, but not really making him a badass heel. You're making him kind of a really weak heel.
Okay, so Texas Kid says there's problems with the Periscope. Are you guys all right being able to see us on Periscope?
Works fine on mine.
I can see you fine on mine.
All right, so Texas Kid, it might be your phone, buddy. So you might want to restart.
Yeah.
I get the gripe. I understand that people don't like a celebrity of sorts not coming into Raw. Kevin Owens, but was it really that bad in your opinion?
I mean, so just some of the stuff, not just him burying Kevin Owens, but some of his commentary in general. I mean, yeah, he buried Jericho a little bit, but that was fine because it made more sense. But I don't know, they're booking it wrong. And then talking about their show like anyone's watching it, like, oh, Jericho can take your girlfriend from the show. Like,
yeah.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
Right, I get you. It just
they weren't as bad as some of the former guest hosts, though. I'll say that.
I don't know. They weren't really good. I mean, people were saying.
I just wish they would just get rid of the whole gimmick of the whole celebrity gimmick. They don't need that anymore. They had that for like. Right. I agree.
The line did commentary on a pay-per-view match. It's like, oh my god.
Right. So they did announce that Roman Reigns will face Rusev in a Hell in a Cell match. So that's one match that they did announce for the pay-per-view that's going to be in a Hell in a Cell. Sasha Banks over Charlotte. Let's touch on that match real quick. What did you guys think of that match? We'll go with you first, Dave.
I don't know why. I didn't even see the ending, but from what I seen, it looked okay.
Your stuff cut out. That's right. I forgot about that.
So I didn't see the ending. I seen Justin on Twitter comment about it being so amazing. Did some corkscrew or move or whatever off the top rope.
Yeah, that corkscrew moonsault was pretty badass.
Yeah, that corkscrew was nice.
The only thing that screwed it up was Sasha wasn't there to catch her. She was in the wrong spot, so that kind of screwed it up.
That's another thing I dislike is Sasha and everyone in general. These suicide dives. I mean, I almost think Charlotte caught her and turned her when she did that dive. She was about to land right on her neck, and it's like, oh my god, stop it, people! I mean, we're gonna get someone else seriously injured from a suicide dive. But I still don't see the point of having Charlotte win the match and win the title again on Raw, because to me it only seems like Charlotte's just gonna continue her undefeated streak on pay-per-views, and she's just going to win the title right back and then set up another rematch to have another match with these girls. And I was kind of not really into the match a lot just because it's like, this feud seems like it's been going on since SummerSlam.
Oh, definitely.
It has, actually, but, I mean, yes, Charlotte was Sasha was out for a little bit, but, I mean, this feud just seems like it's going a little too long. But we did get some good news. We're getting another woman back on Raw, so Emma's coming back all retransformed.
And the crazy thing was no Bailey last night. Yeah, she was in a
backstage segment with Dana.
Yeah, but she didn't wrestle.
Well, Raw doesn't usually have too many women's matches.
Yeah, and then Nia Jax has been missing for the last couple of weeks, even though she's a squash match anyway, but she hasn't been there either.
And we have to talk about Braun Strowman versus Adam Cole. I mean, that was pretty good. Strowman's now the new ROH champion, so breaking news.
Yeah, the look-alike. Yeah, the jobber.
That was crazy.
So
that blew up like crazy on Twitter.
Nice versus Swan. How about that match? That match was pretty good.
That was damn good.
Yes. Nice should be fighting for the title. And Kendrick and Perkins was pretty good, too. We didn't kind of guess it's kind of hard to, if you're doing three things, it's kind of hard to remember every single thing. But, yeah, Kendrick and Perkins is pretty good. It seems like he's going to get another title shot now since he made the champ tap. But I would much rather see Nice versus TJP. But forget about both those guys. I really want to see Ciampa and Johnny Gargano on Raw. I mean, come on.
Yes, they need to be called up for that ASAP.
Yeah,
They're called up, though.
I wonder when they're going to be on, because they're supposed to be in the light or cruiserweight division, aren't they? I thought they were supposed to be.
But they're also in the Dusty Classic, too, I believe. So are a lot of the other guys. Yeah, but so are, like, what is it, Alexander and
I don't know. Maybe they're saving them for a particular reason. I don't know.
Yeah, there's still a lot of other guys in it, too.
Maybe they're going to have them challenge for the NXT tag titles still. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're doing right now. It's kind of confusing, honestly.
If you were going to do that, I think you would have had them win the titles. You know?
Yeah.
They were going to, because it said during one of those previews that Ciampa and what's-his-face were getting called up, and that Japanese or New Japan guy was supposed to be in it, too. There's that German suplex. I mean, he's supposed to be in it, too. I see some more guys. They'd only been showing just these same guys, it seemed like, the last couple of weeks. I want to see Gallagher, too. That dude's really good, too. I like him.
Right.
Gallagher. I mean, it's not Gallagher. It's Gallagher, not Gallagher. Gallagher's the guy with the...
He hasn't been on... maybe they still have independent dates still.
I know that might be true.
Still working, I think, House of Hardcore shows right now, too.
Yeah, so maybe they're not just fully yet committed 100% to WWE yet. So maybe that's why they haven't been able to been on
the... And the whole Tony Nese has another date scheduled for something else after tonight, or after Monday night. So that was crazy.
Yeah. So Sasha, Charlotte probably going to get a rematch at Hell in a Cell. There's rumors saying that they may face each other in a Hell in a Cell. I think that would be awesome.
That would be.
So what would that mean? The Owens and Rollins would just be a regular match then?
To me, I think in wrestling, in wrestling terms, that a cage match usually ends the feud, and I think a Hell in a Cell between Rusev and Reigns is ending the feud, and Charlotte and Sasha in a Hell in a Cell will be ending the feud.
Ending the feud, yeah.
But does Reigns and Rusev really need a cell match though? I mean, yes, it'll probably be really good. It'll be the match of the night. But I mean, has it really got to that point where they need a cell? I mean, I think if you want to do it, I guess if you want to do a third match, I mean, that would be like a big cage match, but not really like the second match that they have.
Well, the thing about the cell, too, is the last couple of years, they haven't even really used the cell like they used to. It's just been, they're just inside it fighting in the ring.
And I think
not going to like they used to, but yeah, I think the best way
Reigns and Rusev would definitely take advantage of the cage.
And I think even Reigns and Bray Wyatt, who had like a great cell match a couple years ago?
I think so. I can't recall, but
I remember they did have a cell match, something like that. But I think Shane and Taker did a pretty good job.
I don't think we'll get 3 Hell in a Cell matches. I think we're only going to get 2. So, we'll see. So we did in 2009, and it's 2016.
Yeah, that's like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So, what was that?
They haven't had that happen in quite some time. So let's move on. Let's touch on SmackDown a little bit. That was tonight. I thought SmackDown was pretty solid as well. Justin, 3 things you did not like about SmackDown.
I mean, again, I actually liked it. There wasn't really 3 things that I didn't like. I mean, or not that I can remember anyway.
Did we do our 3 likes for Raw?
Huh?
I'm sorry?
Did we do our 3 likes for Raw? Or did we just kind of just talked about everything?
I think we just kind of touched on anything, but if you want to touch
on it. Just making sure. I couldn't really remember giving, but it's fine. We basically touched on everything that we really liked and didn't like anyway. So, yeah, that works. Go ahead, continue, Justin.
Well, Justin said he didn't really dislike anything on SmackDown. He actually thought SmackDown was...
I hate to say it, but I disagree because I think SmackDown was really lackluster tonight. The way it started, it was interesting. The whole Broken Bray or whatever you want to call it. It was kind of weird they were doing with Orton, but I mean, Kane and Bray just start off the show was kind of lame. The women's not divas women's match was kind of weak how they did that. It wasn't great, but I get why they did it like that. I mean, the most of the show to me was kind of a letdown. It wasn't really felt like this is your go home show to a big pay per view. Now, granted, 2 big segments saved the Smackdown and made it a really good show. I thought, which the 2 segments was the Miz TV segment and then the main event segment. That was Swagger and Corbin main event. It was the only decent match on the card, old show tonight. And that was interesting how he tapped but didn't tap, which made sense. Yeah,
I've never seen that type of a finish before. I actually kind of like that.
That was kind of strange.
Yeah, well, it looked like he was tapping, but he kept reaching out
for the rope. Yeah.
No, that's probably going to be a match if they haven't announced it already. I don't know. Talk Smack. I don't have it on, but if they did, I don't know. But they'll probably have a match at NoMercy.
Right. I didn't really watch too much of Talking Smack, so I have no idea
either.
If they announced it yet. I'm sure we will find out in a couple of days. All right, Justin. Well, 3 things that you did like.
Yeah. 3 things I liked. The whole segment to end the show with Cena, Ambrose, and Styles, that was pretty damn good. I liked how they got into all each other's faces. I liked how Ambrose got into Cena's face and was talking crap to him. That was really good.
Yes.
And then they just got it at the end. It's not really a thing I like. Speaking of Kane and Bray Wyatt, next year around this time, Kane will be for 20 years in that company, which is pretty crazy. I mean, that just to me is nuts.
Wow, that makes me feel old.
It does, right?
Is that just as Kane, or is that him as the Dr. Isaac Yankem too?
Kane by himself. Well, that's true. Yeah, Kane by himself. But
because I think Dr. Isaac Yankem was part of the first years of Raw, like '93,
with Bret Hart. Yeah.
Yes, they did that feud too. Yeah, so I don't know if it's Kane or him, the person being in WWE as that, because he also did the whole Diesel gimmick too.
But think about it, 20 years. That's just crazy as one character. That's insane.
Yeah, regardless, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was just thinking if it was as Kane, or because Kane came in what, '97?
Yep, Bad Blood, '97.
So, yeah.
So what do you guys think about this whole Dolph Ziggler and Miz situation? Since we're touching on SmackDown, let's go ahead and preview a little bit of No Mercy as well. I'll definitely touch on what you thought about the ending of SmackDown, Dave. I want to get your thoughts on that. But let's touch on the Miz and Ziggler right now. What do you guys think is going to happen at No Mercy? We'll go with you first, Dave.
It's tough to say if all the rumors are true, which I kind of hope they're not, because Dolph was so passionate tonight. I mean, he did some great. I mean, again, we keep saying this each week with Dolph. It seems like the most passion we've ever seen from him. Like tonight seemed like another one of those nights. Passion from him. I really hope he isn't leaving, because I would really love to see him beat The Miz and win the title, because I think it would be perfect. Because I think, like Dolph said tonight, how he loved seeing everyone, and he just loves doing little kids and Make-A-Wish and all that. And it's just, to me, I would hate to see him go somewhere else, because there's so many other options out there. But I would just hate to see him leave the WWE, because he's been in WWE for so long. And the little video package they put together was kind of funny, and I thought it was cute. I liked it.
It was kind of funny, yeah.
The Spirit Squad came out, or part of them, 2 of them. Kenny Dykstra, I mean, I was surprised he wasn't one of the main guys who actually made it a star of that group, because he seemed like he was the shining star of the group when that group was first together. And he sold that super kick pretty good, too. The other guy, I wasn't really sure if that guy was even in the group, honestly, before. I thought they just threw him together.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, good segment. I hope Dolph wins. I really do. I don't want to see him leave the WWE. I'm hoping he wins, but you never know. If the rumors are true about his contract up at No Mercy, then he'll probably lose and leave. I don't think he's going to go somewhere with the IC title.
No.
CM Punk.
What about you, Justin?
Or could he end up on Raw?
That's true, too.
Well, they said he would leave the WWE, though. He could go to Raw, didn't they?
Yeah, he couldn't go anywhere else. He had to leave. WWE.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's kind of a toss-up. I'm kind of 50-50. I mean, I can see him winning the title, but then where would Miz go from there? Or I could see them not taking the title off of Miz, and maybe Dolph Ziggler's ready to hang it up. So I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm not too sure. But it can go either way.
Dolph leaves. Expect a phone call at 12:01 a.m. from Dixie Carter.
Oh, yeah.
And he better hang up on that bitch. But seriously, I think if Dolph's leaving, because Dolph is not, I mean, he's not old by means, but he's not young. And he's ready to move on from wrestling. Maybe he's doing what, Wade Barrett issue. Maybe he's throwing a little, going to take some time off, do maybe some acting, do some other things in his life. And when he's ready, he'll come back.
Ziggler's the typical talent that, for some reason, seems to always end up in TNA. He's that typical wrestler who never got that a really huge, he was world champion, but he never really got that true push that he deserved.
Yeah.
Like, he's that guy that TNA loves to go after and give them whatever they want. You can do whatever you want. You can be champion and do whatever. That's the typical guy that they use and go after. Correct, and hell, look at TNA this week. They're filming the whole year this week. So you could go to TNA for 1 week, and that's it. And then you would be good for like 3 or 4 months. We have to go back there again, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great deal right there, honestly.
Yeah, but you don't get paid on time. They're still waiting to get paid.
Or if at all.
Yeah, if they get paid, but yeah.
That's the shitty.
Well, they're getting paid, just not the guys who aren't on the top level.
Well, I think some of the top level guys don't care if they're paid on time because they're already well off. They don't care.
Oh yeah, they can skip a couple payments.
Yeah.
But I think it was guys who weren't getting paid on time. It was more like the guys, X Division guys or stuff like that who weren't getting money on time. But yeah, the whole segment was great.
Too. But what do you guys think about The Miz right now?
I think he's doing pretty damn good.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay,
I mean,
all right.
But before all this, he was just stuck, I guess, going nowhere. But he's brought his level up.
I think it all happened as soon as it's like the Daniel Bryan thing lit a fire under Miz like I've never seen before, and then boom, he took off ever since then. But to me, that was another problem with SmackDown tonight. None of their top stars wrestled. That's why
I think maybe one of them at least should have, but I think. But that's the good thing. You don't always have to have because remember that's what we always kind of hit hard on guys that they shouldn't be wrestling every night. And I think Styles since last week. Yeah, I mean he seems like every other week he's wrestling. He's not wrestling every week.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
With Owens, he's wrestling every single week. It seems like.
Right. And he's in some kind of silly storyline. So you could just tell that there's totally different writers on each show.
Vince is still running both shows. It's like night and day. Like it's like he believes in AJ Styles. It seems like Vince has complete faith in AJ Styles and has no faith in Kevin Owens.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, because I don't think he probably monitors SmackDown as much as he does Raw.
Well, maybe not. You could be right about that, but it seems like Vince is still in control. Final say what's going to happen.
Oh, definitely. 100%. But I'm just saying, like, I'm sure Raw is his main focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SmackDown.
I wouldn't be surprised SmackDown ratings suck tonight, too. But maybe that's another reason they just mailed it in like Raw did last week, because I'm not sure how much better the vice presidential debate was going to be, but how big that was going to draw. Well, that was on tonight, too, so SmackDown was up against that a little bit. And plus you got the baseball game on, too, so you're going against that.
Yeah, they may have melded it. And they may have, like, concentrated on a little bit on different storylines tonight, and they did. They concentrated on Corbin and Swagger, like we touched on earlier. We saw a match we haven't seen before, Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella.
Match, but yeah.
Right, you know, it didn't end quite the way we still wanted to see it, but it was a match, and then of course they're still kind of involving the 3 tag teams with American Alpha, Rhino and Slater, and the Usos kind of
tonight too. The Hype Bros versus the Vaudevillains, and then you have the Ascension come out. So it seems like with SmackDown, not compared to Raw, is that SmackDown is actually different stories for everyone almost. It's they're focusing just on your top talents and one story for the champion, and that's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of side storylines going on.
And then we didn't see Shane either this week.
Or Daniel Bryan. I didn't see him anyway.
Yeah, he was in the ring with the breast cancer survivor.
That's right. That wasn't really a SmackDown segment to me, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't really him being the general manager. Which he was perfect for that segment. Yeah, that made perfect sense. But I mean,
but credit to Daniel Bryan though, he is on Talking Smack every show.
Yes.
To credit Daniel Bryan, so credit in the wall. Not sure what's up with that. Okay, let's touch on the tag title match. Do we see new champions leaving No Mercy Sunday night, Dave?
What
do you think?
I'd say why not let Slater and Rhino keep a little longer, but I don't know, because Rhino's got his whole election thing to get ready for. November's next month, so maybe yes. I almost want them to keep him, but Rhino's not going to be there much longer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say yes just because of that.
Okay, all right. So maybe Usos win, and maybe, like you said, Rhino only signed a contract for so much, so long. Maybe Rhino ride
titles.
Maybe Slater gets entered if Ziggler loses into the Intercontinental title picture.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Or you could have them win, and then the Usos take Rhino out and injure him, so Slater has to find a new tag partner.
Yeah, that would make sense right there, since they're already doing it to everybody.
Yeah, that's that. There you go. That makes sense.
Yeah, with Kurt Hawkins though.
I'm getting kind of tired of that.
Did you say last week he's going to this week?
Well, Hawkins said he was going to have an announcement this week. So the announcement is that he's going to be wrestling at No Mercy. We forgot to mention that, guys. Hawkins will be at No Mercy. Not sure who he's facing, but he's apparently going to wrestle at No Mercy. So that
sounds so terrible to me with this whole thing. Honestly, I could care less anymore. I mean, it's just
I'm tired of it already.
Right, and I agree. Not already, but let's just get him on, get him debuted, and get him into the ring. So, what about you, Justin? What do you think goes down? Tag title match.
I think they're gonna lose. I think Slater and Rhino are gonna lose. I think they just wanted to get Slater on the SmackDown roster. Like Dave says, Rhino has to get ready for his political run, so he's probably gonna be leaving soon. So I think they lose.
Okay, I have to agree with you on that.
Rhino's running for a Senate seat up here, so.
I mean, unless they win and they lose them on SmackDown in a couple weeks and do that, but I don't see why they would.
So I think they lose.
Right. So I think we are going to have to agree with that. But I want to hope continue this Slater push. I hope it doesn't just.
That's why I said let him keep the titles. Rhino gets injured and leaves. His TV injury to leave. Then Heath Slater has to find a new partner. That could either
that
hurt Hawk. That.
Definitely, that would make it involve more guys coming into WWE, bringing them guys back into the WWE. Bliss and Becky for the women's title. Who you got, Justin? What do you think happens?
Man, I want Alexa Bliss to win it, but I don't see him taking it off of Becky Lynch right now. She just won, and she's doing really good. So, I mean, it's going to be a great match either way because both of these women can wrestle, and they can do that. So, I want Bliss to win, but I'm sure Becky wins.
Thank you for the hearts. Remember, hearts are very well appreciated. The more hearts, the better. It gets us trending on Periscope, gets more people coming in here, more active into the chat room. Helps you guys out, more people to chat into the chat room for you guys. Again, this is Get the Tables episode number 21, guys. Awesome. So, Dave, Bliss, Becky, who you got? What you think? What's going on?
I do like Alexa Bliss, but I do think Becky's going to win. They're going to show her dominance, and I think she's going to go through probably almost all the women going throughout. I mean, I don't know what the big match on SmackDown is for her. What, Nikki Bella maybe is the big money match that they want to put eventually, maybe. But, I mean, you could have her go through all the women and just beat them all. I mean, there's so many women on SmackDown that they could do, which I like how they start with Alexa Bliss and make her go through more.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I say Becky Lynch. I think you will, too, because it's obvious. You're not going to give her the title to make her lose it a month later.
Eva will be at No Mercy, I have a feeling. Oh, okay. I mean,
I heard, I don't think so, because I was reading where even after her suspension, she's filming a movie. So she's going to be out after her suspension anyway, filming a movie.
So WWE Studios now publishes porn?
I guess so. Shit.
She can't act, obviously.
So who you got, Justin? What do you think happens Sunday night?
On which one?
You already said the women's title match, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wait for you.
I think Becky's gonna win. It would. They also mentioned how Bliss has beaten her twice, and Becky hasn't beaten Bliss yet. So
yeah,
I think Becky.
If the champion loses to the challenger, if the challenger goes over on the champion in the old days, the week before the show, that usually meant the champion was going to keep their title. Not saying it works like that anymore, but that's usually how they used to do it, where the champion would get beat up and then he would keep his title on Sunday. Or her. So we really don't have any matches except for the show, do we?
Well, we have Bray Wyatt taking on Randy Orton as well. And I think we all think Randy Orton's going to win. Another feud for
Bray Wyatt needed a whole lot more.
Do we see Sister Abigail, though? Because they teased it tonight. So do we finally see Sister Abigail? Will the new writers on SmackDown want to introduce a Sister Abigail character? Because we've seen Bray tonight say, Sister Abigail, I knew you'd come, or come back.
I don't know who you could. That's a good question.
Well, some people say on Twitter that Ember Moon would make a great Sister Abigail.
Maybe Harper returns.
Sister Abigail?
Harper. Well, Rowan is out. That's also news. Rowan is out with another arm injury.
God dang.
It must
6
be
months? Gee whiz.
Yeah, he's very, very bad. What do you guys? So we all Randy Orton's obviously going to lose that match, of course.
I don't know. I'm
not sorry. Bray Wyatt is. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say Bray wins because it seems like really getting in. It seems like Orton's kind of really going over on these little head game segments, and I hope Bray wins. He deserves it.
Oh, definitely. I definitely think he deserves it more than Randy Orton. That's for sure. Okay, title match. Bray winning doesn't make any sense. I mean, it depends on where they're going to go with them in a storyline. I mean, I'm guessing Randy Orton's going to win and then probably go on to face AJ Styles, who I think is going to retain the title at No Mercy.
AJ Styles has been losing for a while.
But I saw a tweet.
I don't think this feud is going to end just with one match, though. I think they're going to have another match after this.
Why doesn't Bray get the push he deserves? I don't know. I don't know what's holding him back from
We're all saying that, to be honest.
Certain push. But here's my question, and I thought this was interesting. I saw a tweet where someone said Cena and the AJ Styles is kind of getting lost in the background in this feud. because it's more. And I think I'm more enjoying the feud between Ambrose and Cena.
Yes.
Right now, they're really giving it to each other pretty hardcore on the microphone, especially tonight. Dean Ambrose was pretty on fire tonight.
He ripped into him pretty good. I really enjoyed that segment. I mean, Dean Ambrose went into him.
I really enjoyed AJ Styles going into John Cena. I thought that was great. I mean, he really said the truth, what a lot of people think online and stuff. That's what SmackDown is entering, like, real life fan, internet, whatever you want to call it, into what people think of John Cena.
Right. This match might be a match of the year. It definitely has potential. I think it's going to be a really good match. Go ahead, Dave. What?
I think this match is going to be really good. I think this match, I'd take this match, even though it hasn't happened yet, and it hasn't been booked official, but I would take this main event match over Rollins and Owens.
Yes, I agree.
I think so, yeah, definitely.
This feud has definitely been definitely built up perfectly. Really good. The tonight was really good. The segment at the end was nice. Everybody getting over on each other. I actually think Styles may pin Cena. I think so. Maybe Rollins and Owens SmackDown just like a Raw main event. You're not the biggest. I get you. Look at you. Go ahead, Dave.
That's why Ambrose isn't winning, because he's leaving, and then Styles is leaving too. Or Cena's leaving too. Mm-hmm. Ambrose is supposed to go. Even though Ambrose said tonight, I've never left and taken any days off. Well, he did leave to go film a movie they did. What was that called? 12 Rounds or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, and then he's gonna go off and film another movie coming out pretty soon, right after No Mercy.
Right. So, very true. Very true. Very true.
He would love to face Randy Orton.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be Styles, Randy Orton, whoever faces Styles next. I'm very interested to see. Let's touch on TNA before we end tonight's show. Bound for Glory, not too much to talk about there because I didn't watch it. Cody Rhodes did debut there. Yes, the rumors were that they didn't have the funds to have the show go on Sunday, but then they were anonymous. They got an unknown person to give them funds, the funds they needed. I guess it was I'm not sure, $600,000 or something like that, or was it more than that? I'm not sure how much it actually was. To fund them to do Bound for Glory and to pay the wrestlers and the crew and whatever have you. Bobby Lashley retained his title against EC3. The Hardys had a pretty good match with Decay, but the rumors with WWE possibly signing or not buying TNA was been going around lately. And I did a little poll on our Twitter account, and 75% would like WWE to buy TNA. What do you guys think of that? Would you want WWE to buy TNA?
I mean, the only reason they want it is for the video library to put on the network so they can get subscribers to buy it. I mean,
Correct.
That's the only incentive that they have.
I want Brodus back.
But
Funny.
So what would you do, Justin? Would you want them to buy it or no?
I mean, not really, because they don't already have enough competition as it is. So they're just, I don't know. I guess I'm on the fence about that too. They still have competition in ROH and all the other wrestling companies, and if they buy TNA, they're just gaining that. So
yeah, my point on that is I don't want them to buy it, and I do in a way because, like you said, on the fence because you would love to see the TNA library, watch all the old matches, but to see another who probably won't get signed by WWE, maybe 6 or 7 wrestlers in TNA might get signed by WWE, and maybe some in NXT, but most of the guys like Hardys and Lashley, yes, they would is the only reason I would like to see it happen is I would much rather see Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania than Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. I'd like to see that. But, I mean, I don't want it to happen because so many guys there, and you say TNA is only competition to WWE, they're not. But TNA, even though they only draw about 300K a week, that's still more than Lucha Underground and ROH does. Can we say ROH because they're kind of on all over the place? But it's, Lucha Underground draw 100K for their finale show last year. So, I mean, at least TNA is still a bigger drawing than all these other companies right now. So, even though it's not really making no money there, but ratings-wise, it is still better than they are. So, yeah,
Right.
I mean, it sucks because if it does happen, they do go out, which we're at least going to get another year of TNA for sure. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's good, yes, for TNA fans. And it's funny because some people think that she got either someone gave her money, or she got it from her parents, or she just built it, she just did it herself.
Yeah.
So either Billy funded it or Dixie did. And if Billy funded it, he said he wanted a bigger stake in TNA if he was going to fund it again. So we'll find out eventually. We may not find out for a long time, but we'll find out eventually. Because it seems like Matt Hardy is just freaking is running TNA right now because people are watching it, I think, because of his character right now. For other reasons, but that's just really popping
Right.
everywhere. You can see that on Smackdown. Delete John Cena sign in the crowd.
Yeah, Matt Hardy is killing it right now. He's very popular. He's actually the most popular guy in TNA, that's for sure. But
one more thing on that. This is the first time that I can ever remember that Matt Hardy is overshining his brother Jeff.
yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, Matt Hardy's definitely, yeah, that's true. Good point.
That's always been. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If Matt returns, I want to see Hardy Boys in WWE, not Broken Matt.
I'd love to see Broken Matt in the WWE. I would love that. Can you imagine? That would be some great stuff right there.
Yeah, it would.
Be definitely interesting. Is there anything else you guys want to touch on before we end tonight's show and we'll be back on Sunday night live right after No Mercy?
You say you want to touch on Goldberg?
I just mentioned it during the cast that there's rumors of him signing. That was it.
I
okay.
mean, the only other big news out of WWE is Royal Rumble coming here. I mean, that's the only other thing that we could talk about. It's the only other big thing.
Here, where's here?
Well, San Antonio, whatever. I just say here.
That's all they announced were Royal Rumble. That's about it. So
Yeah.
that should be interesting. That's going to be cool for us.
Other rumors that if they really want to sell out the Alamo Dome, they need to bring, and some people said this is the perfect time to bring him back. I doubt it'll happen, but people are online are saying they want to see Shawn Michaels. If he popped up in that Royal Rumble and you advertise Shawn Michaels being in the Rumble, that would sell out the Alamo Dome for sure.
They won't get the number they want, though. That's for damn sure. The actual attendance record, I don't know if it's for a concert or not, is like 74,000 something. And there's no way they're going to get that for Royal Rumble. Maybe 65.
Possibly.
Well,
Yeah.
But
Better have a huge man.
You'd have to have like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, all of them. And Triple H did tease on Twitter or on Facebook or whatever it was this week or last week that you never know what could happen with a picture of him up there. So, I mean, they could.
that's true.
Stars in.
Yeah, you never.
That's the only way. But the Rumble, you're not going to advertise these guys being in the Rumble match, though.
Yeah, definitely not.
Actor.
It's going to be a couple of surprises. I'm very interested in seeing what goes down. It's going to be cool.
The 60-man Rumble.
That shit would be crazy. 60 people.
That'd be long.
Last time with Del Rio.
40
Yeah,
people.
40.
Hey, do you think they should bring 40 in then? My bad.
Nah,
Probably
30.
could.
I like 30.
I don't know. I thought it was cool because they had such a huge Rumble with the one Del Rio one, just because you had like 40, the biggest Rumble ever. You know, it's kind of, might have to do something like that. for San Antonio. You know, to make it the biggest Rumble ever.
Right, I feel you. Yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think that's it. I think we're gonna end tonight's show. I don't want to go too long tonight because we got our NFL Pick'em show real quick after this. So hope you guys, if you want on Periscope, can join us right after this. We'll be doing a Pick'em show. YouTube off now. Thank you everybody for joining the total of 24 live viewers tonight. Remember, we'll be back Sunday night. Hit those hearts, hit those follows. Thanks everybody for joining, and we'll be back Sunday night. Thanks everybody.
Well,